What if I told you there are 11 foods sitting in your pantry right now that will outlive you, your children, and possibly even your grandchildren? Sounds impossible, right? But it's absolutely true. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the exact foods that never expire, why they last forever, and how to store them properly so you're prepared for anything, whether it's an emergency, economic uncertainty, or just saving money by never throwing food away again. Imagine never having to throw away expired food. That's not just a prepper's dream, it's a reality you can create today. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make smarter food choices for a better future. If you're ready to build an indestructible pantry, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss our life-changing food tips. Now, let's dive into the foods that literally last forever. Let's start with 3 ingredients that have been preserving food and sustaining civilizations for thousands of years. These are nature's perfect preservatives, and they never ever go bad. First up is salt. This isn't just a seasoning, it's a mineral composed of sodium chloride that's been used for centuries as a preservative. But why does salt last forever? The answer lies in its unique properties. Salt dehydrates food and creates an environment that's completely inhospitable to bacteria and microorganisms. Without moisture, these tiny invaders simply can't survive. Table salt in particular goes through a refining process that removes impurities and additives, making it even more stable and resistant to spoilage. As long as you store it in mylar bags in a cool, dry place, salt remains safe to consume indefinitely. Forever means forever with salt. You could pass it down to your great-grandchildren and it would be just as good as the day you bought it. Next, let's talk about sugar. This sweet staple has some fascinating properties that make it practically immortal. Sugar attracts and retains moisture, which might sound like a bad thing, but it actually inhibits the growth of bacteria and molds. On top of that, sugar has a low water activity level, which further prevents any microbial growth. Now, you might have noticed that sugar sometimes hardens over time. That's just from absorbing moisture from the air, but here's the important part. It doesn't spoil or become unsafe to consume. A little hardening doesn't mean it's gone bad. Properly stored sugar can last indefinitely without any loss of quality. Just keep it in an airtight container in a cool, dry place, and you're set for life. And then there's honey, nature's liquid gold. Honey is a natural sweetener produced by bees, and it's one of the most remarkable foods on Earth. It has a very low water content, making it inhospitable for bacteria and other microorganisms. But that's not all. Honey also has a low pH level, which creates an acidic environment that inhibits bacterial growth even further. When stored correctly, honey can last indefinitely thanks to its antimicrobial properties. In fact, archaeologists have found honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that's over 3,000 years old, and it's still perfectly edible. If that doesn't prove honey's immortality, nothing will. Just keep it sealed in a jar at room temperature and it'll outlast generations. Now let's move on to the foods that provide serious sustenance, proteins and grains that can last for decades when stored properly. These are the backbone of any long-term food storage plan. Let's start with canned meat. When it comes to survival food, canned meat is a top contender. It not only provides an excellent source of protein, but also boasts an impressive shelf life. Canned meats like chicken, beef, and pork can last much longer than the best buy date printed on the can, sometimes decades longer. The secret behind canned meat's longevity is the canning process itself. The meat is sealed in an airtight container and subjected to high temperatures, which kills bacteria and microorganisms. This prevents their growth and ensures the meat stays safe to consume for years, even decades. The key is to ensure that the cans are in good condition, no dents or bulges. Visual inspections and the smell test are your best tools for ensuring safety. If the can looks good and the meat smells fine when you open it, it's safe to eat. Next up is white rice, especially long grain rice. This is a staple food with incredible longevity. Researchers have found that when stored properly in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers at room temperature, white rice can maintain its nutrient content and flavor for up to 30 years. Yes, you heard that right, 30 years. The reason white rice lasts so much longer than brown rice comes down to one key difference. White rice has had its natural oils removed during processing. Those oils are what cause brown rice to go rancid relatively quickly. But without those oils, white rice remains edible for extended periods. This absence of oils ensures that white rice is an excellent option for long-term food storage. Just seal it properly with oxygen absorbers, and you've got food security for 3 decades. Pasta is another superstar in the long-term storage game. This versatile kitchen ingredient isn't just for quick weeknight dinners. It's also a reliable survival food. With proper storage, pasta can last for 20 to 30 years. In its original packaging, pasta has a shelf life of just a few years. But when you store it in airtight containers like 5-gallon buckets inside mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, it lasts much, much longer. Pasta's longevity comes from its ingredients, usually durum wheat, which has a high protein content that makes it less susceptible to spoilage over time. Plus, pasta has very
low moisture content, which further inhibits bacterial and mold growth. It's cheap, versatile, and lasts forever when stored right. What more could you ask for? And we can't forget about dried beans. These little nutritional powerhouses are an essential component of any long-term food storage plan. They're rich in protein, fiber, and essential minerals, making them an excellent sustenance source during emergencies. While the quality of beans may decrease after 30 years, they might take longer to cook or have a slightly different texture, they're still considered safe to consume. To store beans for the long haul, they need to be properly dried and completely free of moisture before sealing them in airtight containers with mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. This helps prevent mold and insect infestations. Beans are incredibly affordable and pack a serious nutritional punch, making them a no-brainer for your forever pantry. Now let's round out your immortal pantry with some supporting players that add variety, nutrition, and even some unexpected practical uses. First, let's talk about canned fruits and vegetables. In times of crisis, maintaining a balanced diet that includes fruits and vegetables is crucial for your health. Canned fruits and vegetables are excellent options because they retain their nutrients and flavor for extended periods, often decades beyond their best-by date. Just like canned meat, these foods last far beyond what the label suggests thanks to the canning process. As long as the can isn't damaged, no dents, rust, or bulges, the food inside remains safe to consume. This means you can have colorful, nutritious produce on your plate even in the worst situations. Don't underestimate the psychological boost of eating something other than rice and beans during a crisis. Here's an interesting one: alcohol. Certain types of alcohol, particularly vodka and other distilled spirits, have an indefinite shelf life. While some flavors may change over time due to oxidation, as long as the bottle is sealed properly, the alcohol remains safe to consume for generations. But alcohol isn't just for relaxation or celebration. It has several practical survival uses that make it valuable beyond the bar. Alcohol can serve as an antiseptic for cleaning wounds, a disinfectant for surfaces and tools, and even a pain reliever in emergency medical situations. Having a bottle or two of high-proof alcohol in your long-term storage isn't just about having a drink, it's about having a versatile survival tool. Let's move on to rolled oats. This breakfast staple has an impressive shelf life that most people don't know about. When stored in a cool, dry place inside mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, rolled oats can last 20 to 30 years. That's right, your grandchildren could be eating the oatmeal you buy today. While rolled oats aren't quite as versatile as rice or pasta, they can still be used in various recipes beyond morning oatmeal. Think granola bars, cookies, bread, and even as a binder in meatballs or veggie burgers. Their long shelf life and nutritional content make them an excellent addition to any long-term food storage plan. Plus, they're incredibly affordable and easy to store in bulk. Finally, let's discuss powdered milk. In the absence of fresh milk, powdered milk is a reliable and long-lasting dairy alternative. Now, let's be honest, it won't taste as good as fresh milk straight from the jug, but when you need milk for baking, eating with cereal, or any recipes that require it, powdered milk serves its purpose perfectly. Properly stored powdered milk can have a shelf life of around 20 years or more. That's 2 decades of having access to milk when fresh dairy isn't an option. It's especially valuable if you have children or if you rely on milk for cooking and baking. Just keep it in a cool, dry place in an airtight container, and you'll have this dairy staple available whenever you need it. So there you have it, 11 foods that laugh in the face of expiration dates. From salt and honey that last forever to rice and beans that'll feed your family for 30 years, you now know exactly what to stock for ultimate food security. Whether you're preparing for emergencies, trying to save money, or just hate throwing away food, these items are your ticket to peace of mind. The best part? Most of these foods are affordable and accessible. You don't need a massive budget to start building your forever pantry. Start with a few items, store them properly with mylar bags and oxygen absorbers, and gradually build your collection. Your future self will thank you when you never have to throw away expired food again. Now it's your turn. Which of these foods are you adding to your pantry first? Drop a comment below and let us know. Are you team honey, or are you going all in on rice and beans? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Food Decider for more game-changing food knowledge. We're here to help you make smarter food choices, one video at a time. Until next time, stay prepared and keep those pantries stocked.